Time for an R-rated Super Team Smackdown. Who will win when the boys put their top dogs, the Seven, up against some of DC's darkest in the form of the Watchmen? Who will take it all? Let's find out right now. Some members of the Seven may believe their intelligence is unmatched, but most members of the Watchmen could outsmart them any day. None, however, are quite as cunning as Ozymandias. Ozymandias is so smart, he has even gotten the better of his own team. He was able to use the most powerful man in the world, destroy his reputation, and successfully complete his plan, resulting in the deaths of millions. Assuming he's not actively against his own team in this fight, Ozymandias gives the Watchmen a huge advantage over the Seven, given that he has the biggest brain on the battlefield. The Watchmen don't quite have a superstar who shines as bright as Starlight. The bright lights emanating from the palms of her hands have proven in the boys' universe to be valuable weapons. She has been able to stall arguably more powerful characters than herself, including A-Train, Stormfront, or Black Noir. At full power, she can do serious damage and even kill with her powers. At the lowest levels, however, she can blind and incapacitate her opponents. This weapon would come in handy in a fight against the Watchmen, giving the heavy hitters of her team a shot at the DC crew after she blinds them. Clever inventions are an underrated asset when it comes to heroes. Take a look at Batman, Iron Man, normal men who can take on gods thanks to the gadgets they carry. Someone close to their level is the Watchmen's Night Owl. Who is the enemy of the Seven? The boys, of course. Mostly normal humans with clever ways of blackmailing or even killing Supes. Just look at how Frenchie took out Translucent. Night Owl makes Frenchie look like a minor leaguer. Some of his highlights include grapple guns, night vision goggles, lasers, and his iconic owl ship. Night Owl definitely is a mark in the Watchmen column. Both teams have a pretty big gun, and in fact they are each some of the biggest there are. For the Seven, that's obviously their leader, Homelander. With all the powers of Superman but the attitude and ego of an angsty teenager, when Homelander's eyes glow red, there are very few who can hope to make it out alive. In less than a second, Homelander cuts down humans and Supes alike. An obvious strategy against the Watchmen would be to start cutting people in half, which may work, but definitely not for everyone. All the power of a god is helpful, sure, but nothing beats a quick on your feet sleuth like Rorschach. Okay, sure, many things have beaten that, but it's still valuable to have on your side. Beyond his sleuthing abilities, Rorschach is also a very capable fighter. He's a skilled boxer and is resourceful enough to take on most opponents. He's used his own jacket, a toilet bowl, or even black pepper to take down criminals 3 times his size. Rorschach may not be able to take on someone like Homelander, but his cunning and resourcefulness could potentially take down a drugged-out A-Train. The Seven have had a rotating cast for quite some time, and one of the most powerful short-term members was Stormfront. Stormfront's power is insane, sure, and could even rival Homelander, but it's Stormfront's relentless and dark side that could give the Seven an edge. In the comics and the show, Stormfront kills for fun, takes pleasure in torturing people, and let's not forget the whole political persuasion thing. Overall, the Seven are just pretending to be heroes, and adding Stormfront to the team proves that. It's never a bad thing to have an acrobatic martial artist on your team. Luckily, the Watchmen can count on their very own Silk Spectre. She's light on her feet, nimble, and most importantly is never afraid of enemies much larger than herself. There's few opponents she won't stare down and quickly get the better of. Some of the more powerful Supes may provide trouble, but Silk Spectre could be a good match for Black Noir. Her martial arts skills rival his, and assuming Rorschach told her of his nut allergy, she's got a trick up her sleeve. The femme fatale of the Seven packs a much more powerful punch. Queen Maeve is the Wonder Woman of the Seven. She's strong, durable, and kicks absolute butt. Maeve has stopped moving trucks, survived falls from the tops of skyscrapers, and is one of the physically strongest members of the Seven. She can hold her own against the likes of Homelander and Soldier Boy, so a one-on-one fight with most Watchmen easily goes to Maeve. However, she hates the Seven so much it's hard to say whether she would turn against them or not. It's pretty clear who the big gun of the Watchmen is. The comedian! Then again, some would argue it's Dr. Manhattan. With literally no physical weaknesses, Dr. Manhattan can even recreate himself from nothing. He is all-knowing and all-powerful. He needs no food, can teleport, has transcended beyond a linear timeline, and is unstoppable. He could take on every Supe from the boys by himself. The question is, would he even fight, or would he deem the whole ordeal to be beneath him? Time for your winner! With Dr. Manhattan, it's no contest, but even without, I think the Watchmen still clinch the victory. They have well-rounded members, the best brains, gadgets, fighting styles, and most importantly, cunning. Cunning that allows the boys to get the best of the Seven, though if Manhattan joins, it's genuinely a much shorter discussion. What do you think? Do the Watchmen have what it takes to take down the Supes? Is there any way to overcome the might of Dr. Manhattan? And which members that we failed to mention do you think could turn the tide?